Some people don't know anything about Renovare. Some people can't even pronounce the word Renovare. Renovare is simply a Latin word that means to make new. We at Renovare are a movement and an organization that hope to help churches and individuals in their journey of becoming like Jesus.
Renovare is not just a program, it's a relationship. It's an opportunity to build synergy around persons who love each other in Christ.
In June 2009, Renovare will hold an international conference in San Antonio, Texas. And this will be an exciting time because people will come from all over the country and all over the world to gather in worship and prayer, to meet in groups of 2 or 3, to talk about how we live our life together.
The international conference is unique in that it will bring people from all over the world together to celebrate the Jesus way.
When I first picked up the book, I thought, oh, this is going to be a book about Jesus. But the wonderfulness of that particular book and that concept for a conference as well is that the way of Jesus is expressed in all the prophetic figures that came ahead of him, as well as in his own life and in his own teaching. So I think this is really very insightful.
Eugene Peterson has learned how to do pastoral work in the 21st century in an affluent American culture in a way that is authentic. See, for most of us, we have to go way back several centuries to really get a model of pastoral formation work. And Eugene models that today.
Eugene Peterson's books have been a tremendous gift to the church. He's a very intelligent, academic writer, but he's an experienced pastor, and so he writes for ordinary people and he writes with compassion and understanding.
Christ has been formed within him, or is forming, and is farther ahead in the formation in him than in me, for sure.
And in his recent books, and particularly in The Jesus Way, he has come right at the heart of the way in which the church is very, very keen to do what Jesus told us to do, but not necessarily in the way that Jesus told us to do it. And there's a disconnect there that he is trying to recognize and trying to correct. And in our international conference, we're going to be highlighting this book by Eugene Peterson because we think this is an area that is so important in the church's life today.
One of the things that I find most interesting about this notion of the Jesus way is that it is not so much about what we do, but how we do it. And when we begin to think clearly and distinctly about the difference between what we're doing and how we're doing it, we've started to make some sense about the Jesus way.
It is relational, human experience rather than mechanical efficiency. It is valuing people. It is caring for the environment. It is justice in life.
We often forget about the Jesus way, the way of humility, the way of service, the way of suffering. In short, the way that Jesus lived his life. We talk too much about power, about authority, about influence, about the way that we're going to make things happen. And this conference and Eugene's book reminds us that the Jesus way is a way of humility, a way of suffering, a way of small things, a way that the world doesn't understand and that we have often left behind. Dallas Willard, Richard Foster, Eugene Peterson have never spoken together at an event before now, which seems surprising because they all have been writing for decades about this whole area of spiritual formation and discipleship. And so this event provides a unique opportunity to hear their 3 distinct voices, but the way in which their voices blend together and all say this one and the same thing. It is about the life of Jesus. It is about following Jesus above all, not about our denominational differences, not about our doctrinal differences, but about coming together and being united in the kingdom life of Jesus Christ.
Because we believe so strongly that relationships are very important among Christians, we have put in time in the conference for people to share the workshops together so that they're not in a meeting all day, that they have a little time in the evening to relax and reflect and just talk about what they've learned. But it's going to be more than a sit and get kind of conference. San Antonio is one of the unique cities in the United States. It is unique because it is very multicultural, has a great deal of history, from the Alamo to all of the missions to aqueducts that were built by the Spaniards. So much to see historically. The Riverwalk is romantic, it's exotic, and it's just a fun place to be. You will meet people there that can encourage you, strengthen you in your walk with the Lord, and help you on your journey.
One of the things I'm going to be doing for the next international conference is I have a goal of bringing 100 people from my church to the conference. That'll be couples, that'll be single individuals, that'll be students, and I really want to share the message of the Jesus way with my friends and colleagues at our church.
Or whether you're a experienced pastor or just new in the field, there's something for everyone to help them grow.
And I am just excited about the possibilities and the potential of what God is going to do as the word gets out in San Antonio, in that community, and as denominational lines forget crossed. What about walls get broken down? As we come together in that city and churches come together to say we're coming because we want to know more about this Jesus way.
It will be an exciting time. Please join us for this wonderful event.